This video is to demonstrate how to create a trip log for an annual permit type. A trip log permit is the companion to an already issued annual permit. It provides the routing for a specific trip under that annual, similar to creating a single trip permit. We will demonstrate one of the trip log options as an example, but all trip log applications are similar. Let's get started. After logging into the system with your username and password, you will be taken to the main application menu page shown here. To create a trip log, you must have an active annual permit in the system. For our example, we will demonstrate the commercial boat hauler trip log permit type to coincide with the tutorial where we created a commercial boat hauler annual permit. To find that issued permit, go to the MyQ tab at the top of the page. Change the type drop-down to Issued so we can find our annual permit. Click the plus sign next to Advanced Search and choose Commercial Boat Hauler from the drop-down. You may also need to adjust the date range to find your annual permit. Only active commercial boat permits are in the grid. Choose the permit that requires the trip by highlighting the row that it is in. At the bottom of the page, there is a trip log button. Click on that to open the application. The application page will open. As with all permit types, any field with an asterisk is required to be filled in. In Step 1, the travel dates are entered. This permit is valid for 7 consecutive days. The beginning date will default to today's date. If you wish to change that, simply click in that box and a calendar will pop up. Choose the day you want your permit to start and click on it. Please note you may only order this permit type up to 5 days ahead of your start date. The ending date will calculate for you. In Step 2, your vehicle's information from the annual permit is already entered for you. This information is non-editable. Choose from the Load Description drop-down the load for this trip. The weight, make, and model of the load must now be entered. Once the load information is complete, you need to enter the overall vehicle dimensions. The dimensions from the annual permit are pre-loaded into the application. These are editable and you can change the values to match your actual load. However, please note the dimensions in the trip log must not exceed those from the annual. If your dimensions do exceed those of the annual, you will need to choose a single trip permit type instead. After completing any changes you need to make on this page, there are several choices for you at the bottom. Click the Forward button and that will activate the system to check the values you have entered. And if they are all correct, the system will move you to the next page of the application. If any boxes were missed or filled out incorrectly, you will get an error pop-up that will tell you what to correct, and that section will be highlighted in red. For example, if we did not put the model in the text box and click Forward, we get the error that the model is required, and that box is highlighted in red. If you wish to save this application for future editing without submitting it immediately, click on the Save button. This will assign the application a number, and you will be able to reopen it at a later time on the MyQ page. This will save it for your use only. The state of Minnesota will not be able to process it until it is submitted. If you wish to remove this application without saving, you can click the Close button and choose No to not save. This will remove it from the system and you will not be able to retrieve it. Clicking forward will take you to the routing page. The routing workflow is demonstrated in a separate video. This concludes the application page tutorial for a trip log permit. For more information on how to navigate the Minnesota Superload Automated Issuance website, please watch the tutorials explaining how to register, how to create permit types, and how to use the different routing methods.